Hey, good people.
Hello,
We
people.
are back. He
Yes, we are.
is Marco Zingaretti,
And she is Notamsank Zingaretti.
and together we are Different
Strokes
Strokes MNZ,
MNZ.
coming live at you from Alberton. This is
Yes.
the east of Johannesburg. Thank you so much for your support once again. We've gained more subscribers and followers. Would be nice for the followers to actually subscribe. That would be great. So we are back and we are going to be covering the topic of toxic relationships. This is the
Exactly.
relationship between man and woman, man and man, father, mother,
Family members.
family members, friendships, etc., etc. So any kind of relationship that you can think of, when is it time for you to walk away from the toxicity of that relationship? When does it get to be out of hand? What is that straw that breaks the camel's back for you to say, I'm done, I'm walking away? So we received some messages. The first message, yeah, it says, this is a DM on Facebook. Why do you guys publicize your personal lives on Facebook? Well, sir,
Why not?
thank you for the message. I mean, it means a lot. It means that you've been tuning in, first of all.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a good thing. That's
Very
a positive
good, yeah.
thing. We thank you for that. Secondly, to each his own. Okay, if I decide that this is what I would like to do, and particularly in this instance, this is to help a lot of people. Okay, in a lot of instances, there are people that have approached me and indicated that my bravery is really encouraging for their situation. So if it helps somebody, if speaking about my personal experience helps somebody out there. Oh, hey, Pat. Oh, we're live on Facebook as well. This is so interesting. It's exciting. And so be it. We are going to do it, and we are going to continue on this trajectory, because definitely it is gaining traction, and it is definitely going to touch somebody out there. Okay. You want to say anything else, Mela?
No, I'm just saying that. I'm trying to say that if we do say something about ourselves, it's because we're comfortable to do so. It's just, it's just that plain and simple. I don't think there is anything to be ashamed of,
Yeah.
whatever has happened.
Yeah, but I mean, thanks for that message.
Thank you very much.
It's really a big deal. So we received an email also. It is quite okay. I want to say this is from Miss Anonymous. She's requested to remain anonymous. It is a very disturbing kind of email. So for the faint-hearted, please.
Oh, my dad.
Hey, is that Daddy? Hey, puppy. So look, if you are faint-hearted, please just switch off a little bit, because it does get really, really, to the sensitive-hearted. So it's from Anonymous, like I said. The email reads, I'm just going to try and read it as fast as possible. Hello, Different Strokes. I would like to remain anonymous, if you don't mind. I find your topics quite interesting so far, and felt the need to share my story for your topic on toxic relationships. Just a bit of background. I grew up in Soweto in a 4-roomed house with my younger sister, my grandmother, my mom, and dad.
Mm-hmm.
We later on moved into a bigger house where my sister and I shared a bedroom. I'd say that my childhood was quite normal, carefree, happy. I later on learned that the man I considered to be my dad was actually not my biological dad. This did not bother me. The man was every bit a father, parent to me. I loved him dearly, as I believed he loved me too, like his own daughter. He took very good care of me and my younger sister, who is his biological daughter. The love I once felt for this man, though, this changes, quickly turned into hatred, resentment, and anger. There is no one word that can describe the loath and disdain I feel now towards my stepdad. When I was 10 years old, my stepdad started touching me inappropriately. He would smack my bum, pinch my nipples, sometimes kiss my neck, which never happened when my mother was around. Sometimes he would sneak up on me from behind and fondle my breasts and tell me that I was grown, that I was a woman.
I'm quite shocked.
It gets really, really upsetting. I felt so hopeless, as I felt the wrongness in what my stepdad was doing. At age 11, he started showing me nude pics, pornographic material, magazines, etc. I told him that I was going to tell my mother about his actions if he didn't stop. He stopped for a while. A few weeks before my 12th birthday, he walked in on me while I was bathing.
Wow.
He told me that I was a beautiful woman. This is an almost 12-year-old girl. He told me that I was a beautiful woman, that he wanted me.
Wow.
I screamed and he ran out of the bathroom. My grandmother came and asked what happened. I told her that my stepdad walked in while I was bathing. Nothing went on. Oh, sorry. It says months went by without any incident until one day when I was home alone with my stepdad, he raped me repeatedly. I was bleeding. And I hid this from my mother and grandmother. He told me not to say a word to anyone, sorry. Otherwise, he would kill everybody, including me. I was 12 years old.
I just think it's absolutely shocking and disgusting.
When I turned 15, I told my mother about what my stepdad had done to me. She swore at me. So her mother swore at her.
So she didn't even believe her?
She didn't believe her.
Wow.
She swore at her and called her a slut who wanted to break up her marriage. She sent me off to live with her older sister, my aunt, where I think she means, okay, where I left when I turned 18. So she left her aunt's when she turned 18. I luckily found a job and lived with friends, made enough money to finish school, and gained my independence.
Wow, that is quite, I mean, the hardest part to understand is why wouldn't a mother want to believe the daughter?
The mother.
I'm sorry, but it just doesn't make sense. You know?
You know what? In the context of being dependent on somebody,
Yeah.
you know, sometimes it's codependency. You find a lot of instances where women are dependent on the man. You know,
Yeah.
this man is providing, this man is, you know, the roof over their heads, the food, everything. And the woman might feel hopeless. I'm not condoning what you know she did, not believing her daughter.
She was probably just scared of
But
getting them beaten.
she probably was scared, but I mean in the process that was damaging to her daughter. So It continues here, and I'm almost done. It says, I decided to confront my mother and stepdad some years later. He denied everything. Of course, he would deny everything. And my mother still called me ugly names. That is where I made my decision to cut them off from my life. I don't attend family gatherings where my mother and grandmother and stepfather are also invited. My younger sister reached out to me via my aunt. I strongly believe that my stepdad also molested, oh my gosh, my younger sister, his own daughter. Only now, family is beginning to believe me. I thank God for my aunt who stayed by my side all the way. I'm skeptical about relationships, but I'm finding my way slowly. The scars are too deep, though. I hope my story helps someone out there to stay strong.
So please, anybody that may be listening, don't be scared, don't be afraid of wanting to share your experiences with us, because we will treat it with foremost respect and
confidentiality.
Yeah, exactly.
Is guaranteed. And I mean, I respect Miss Anonymous and commend you for reaching out and actually telling your story, because I know it cannot be easy. It cannot be easy. Sometimes we look at our situations and we think, wow, my situation is bad. Other situations are the worst. I understand why you also chose to remain anonymous, because we live in a society where victims are labeled. Victims are shamed. They are criticized. You actually got called by your own mother all those ugly names,
especially slut.
And so society, and I'm not saying, I'm saying this generally, and I'm using this like quite loosely. Society looks at people that have gone through those experiences as filthy, slut. What were you wearing when you got raped?
As if it was their fault,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, victim shaming is like, it's real. It's real. It's out there. But what I can say to you, my sister, is that you need to find peace within yourself. You need to find the healing. Focus on your healing and know that those wounds, although it was not your fault, but they made you stronger. They made you who you are, because you are able to speak about this and take everything, or to take it step by step. It's not going to happen overnight. You're not going to heal overnight. I would really strongly suggest that you get counseling. Speak to somebody. Do not let this fester. Your deciding or decision to walk away from those family members that called you all those names, what I want to remind you of is that whatever happened in your past does not define who you are. It is not who you are, and it will never be who you are. You're a strong woman that decided to take yourself through school, finish school, and be independent. You are a strong woman. Your past is your past. You cannot erase it. All you can do is to build from it. I wish you all the strength, and I wish you all the success in every endeavor that you go through, that in every endeavor that you set out to embark on. You are going to succeed.
Yeah, of course you are.
And please, if there is anything that we can do, I mean, we're not experts.
Yeah.
We're speaking from experience. I know that anger can be that wound that refuses to heal. Just know that forgiveness can set you free.
Exactly.
Not easy at all, but forgiveness can set you free. And if walking away from the toxicity that is your mother, your stepfather, your grandmother, and whoever other family member called you all those names, if that sets you free, then I really, really commend you for it. I'm just saying, go for it. That's all.
You know, the only thing that baffles me is that South Africa is such a beautiful country with so much potential.
Right.
But these things here happen on such a frequent occurrence. It's just so unreal, and that's what destroys the country, and it's such a pity, you know?
Yeah. It could happen anywhere, right? I mean, we have that old man that locked, where is it? In Norway, that locked his daughter.
Oh, yeah.
and his daughter fell
was it
pregnant
Norway or
by
Sweden,
him.
one of the two.
Yeah, fell pregnant by him. She was locked in a basement for years and years.
25 years.
25 years. So all I'm saying is that, yes, it does happen in South Africa. Look, it happens in the whole wide world. It's just that it's shocking that we go through all this, right? And we find these stories. It's like you can't throw a stone without hitting a woman that will tell a story about molestation, sexual assault, rape, and those kind of things. It's just shocking. It is just shocking. But look, the toxicness or toxicity of your relationship with your mother, I know it might be a very bitter pill to swallow, because we're talking about your mother, and we all know how children are closer to their mothers. You know, when you need advice, you go to your mother. And you know, when you're about to get married, you talk to your mother. When you're about to choose I don't know, a wedding dress or something, you talk to your mother, etc., etc. But I'm sure your aunt has filled that gap. I mean, it's not going to be replacing your mother. She's not going to replace your mother, but at least there is someone that you can go to, you know, in terms of support. That to me is at least a blessing.
It is.
It is a blessing, because you know, it could have been worse. It could have been like everybody being against you, but it's not everybody that is against you. I really, really hope that you find healing, and that your situation becomes better once you go for counseling, in therapy, etc. So strength to you, my sister.
And best wishes for the future.
Yeah, absolutely. So we also had a story from Martina. Martina sent a DM on Twitter. I'm paraphrasing on this. She has a child by this man, and this man has disappeared. Nobody knows where he is. His family doesn't want to have anything to do with this child, her daughter. And everything that she does, Martina does, she tries and involves the family, but the family refuses to be any part of her or the daughter. Mind you, the daughter is their flesh and blood. So Martina actually says that I've decided that I don't need these people. They are toxic to me, because they've actually said that I've killed their son. So she's also decided to walk away from that toxic relationship, you know, with the in-laws. Yeah. And we were talking about this with my husband. It actually is a very, it's like a copy of what is happening with the family of my 6-year-old son. They are absent, and they just don't want to have anything to do with him, which for me is okay because he's got a lot of people, that love him and care for him. And I'm just grateful for my husband that he's actually, he's not the stepdad, he's the dad that stepped up.
Exactly.
That's what it is.
Yeah, he's such a lovable kid. He's so full of life, He makes you laugh all the time, even if sometimes he is a bit of a handful, but
sometimes.
Yeah.
Like all the time.
Exactly. But I love him dearly, and okay, I'm not the biological father, but I feel that I am the real father. And he just calls me daddy. He called me daddy from the first time he saw me,
Yeah.
And it's fabulous. And I just want to, I don't know if they'll ever listen to us or whatever, I just want to say to the old family, that you are a disgrace. You are just so foul. And me being an Englishman, I think they're a disgrace for England because they were English, so I'm not going to say anything else, otherwise I'm going to get offensive, so
yeah,
I don't want to do
thank
that.
You. We are live.
Yeah, exactly. Hey Dad.
We can't edit this.
Don't fall asleep.
No, not at all. And so look,
I've got the wrong cup. I drank my cup. Yeah.
Okay. So we've also received a few quotes, and they are very interesting because they are very relevant to the topic of the day. And the first one says, this is from my daughter in Christ, from Offense. Hi, Offense. So it says, one thing about God, He will make you uncomfortable where He doesn't want you. That relationship, that job, that friendship, that residence, listen. So take heed. If you are uncomfortable in any of these situations, relationships, friendships, etc., listen to what God says, because He might not want you in that particular situation in the first place. So thank you for that one. And then the second one says, until a man heals himself, he'll be toxic to every woman he tries to love.
Wow.
Right?
Very.
Right? So, at the end of the day, you find healing within yourself. And if you don't have that healing, there is no point in you to actually love somebody else, because when that healing is not there, love for yourself is lacking. So if you don't love yourself, you cannot, for the life of me, love somebody else. It is impossible.
You're my healing. So every time I look at you, whenever I'm down or whenever I'm not feeling, I just look at you and I'm fine,
Oh, listen to him. It's just making me blush.
But it's true,
Yeah. So this is so true. It is spot on. It actually even goes for women as well. It's not only for men.
Yeah.
If that healing is not there, if you still bear the scars, if you still are hurting, and if you still have the anger and you're harboring it in your heart, there's just not going to be enough space for love. Firstly, love for yourself. And this show is all about self-love. Love for yourself first before you can go and love somebody else.
Exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, my husband wants he loves my voice, the sound of my voice. So
I'll just say this. Today I was waiting for a person, and I just watched one of the podcasts just to see you talk it on the mic, and it's just the atmosphere
Is
that
it
you create.
therapeutic for you?
This is my darling.
Listen to that. I didn't pay him to say any of these things. All right, so, and the fourth quote, the third quote, I beg your pardon, it says, sometimes the people you wanted as part of your story are only meant to be a chapter. So you might have wanted to go with people, from the beginning of your book or your story, but they were not meant to be there for you with you throughout your book. They were just there, or meant to be there for just a chapter. That is very interesting.
She, for me, she's not a chapter, she's my collection of encyclopedias, So
so this one is very, very interesting, and it is from Mamuruti. I'm not going to say Mamuruti who, you know yourself. I didn't get permission to mention her.
I don't think there's going to be much more problem. I mean, there's friends,
No, Mamuruti, I think that is like, it's enough. It says, closing and locking the door on someone you care for, someone who is toxic for you, is one of the most difficult kinds of self-love. Wow, that's a mouthful for me. That is a mouthful. It is so spot on. And immediately I saw this, it was after we announced, we had announced that we are going to be talking about toxic relationships, that I saw this and I was like, wow, I'm taken aback, because this is exactly what we talking about tonight, right? So these are people that you care. This is someone that you care about, right? You care deeply about, but they are toxic for you. It's like when we watched what is that show? My 600-Pound Life, and and those people that are featured in those episodes are eating and eating and eating and eating, but this food that they keep eating is wrong for their bodies. It's toxic for their bodies. It can actually kill them. They continue to do it over and over and over again. So it is letting go.
And the thing that makes me laugh, that they know that it's bad for their body. The parents know it's bad for them, and it's the parents that are bringing them the food.
The enablers.
It's just so stupid.
The enablers. But seriously, it might be somebody that you really, really love, truly, truly love. But you need to be able to love you more than this person. Because if they're not good for you, you might end up compromising your own health, your own mental well-being, because you want to entertain them and you want to keep them in your life. I have had to also walk away from some relationships with family, right? It wasn't an easy decision because of the fact that they are people that you've been with for a long time and you have a bond with them. But when your sanity and your mental well-being and your health in general is compromised, that decision needs to come. That decision needs to be made so that you can have your peace of mind and you can keep your health, and realize that the love for yourself is much more important than making people happy or making people smile, but it is at your expense. It does not help. Hey, my friend. Hey, Edie. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in,
Oh, my
guys.
dad's still there, so he must be awake.
He's awake. But at the end of the day, self-love is what we preach on this podcast.
Exactly.
All right? That's what's important. Right. My love?
Well, there's not really much to add. I mean, I think you've flabbergasted the whole public, you know, with your quotes and the stories that we read out. Talking about, you know, the fact that you've had to walk away from family, but in the long run, it is healthier for you, you know, because why should you, you know,
Endure.
feel this sourness and
Right.
go to bed every night thinking, so what's the problem? Why, you know?
Yeah.
It just doesn't work. I mean, I know it's harsh, it's family, but in the long run, I'd rather not have it, you know? So, she's probably saying, who's that fat white blob that's next to you?
Oh my gosh, you spot on. You spot on. Yeah, we forget to love ourselves because we're entertaining other people. So self-love, my sister, self-love. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is so exciting.
Yes, so this is actually for my father to self-love, capture the, you know, the emotion, and get out of Sicily as soon as possible, my friend. I hope she's listening.
Oh no, I don't think she will. Otherwise, she'll come over here. Remember that.
I'll
Okay,
send her
so
back.
so we have another very interesting topic. This is our next topic. We are going to be discussing
Go on.
sexual harassment.
Yeah.
It's not a fun topic, honestly, because it, you know what, I'm not going to even spoil or even preempt what is going to be discussed, but please keep your eyes peeled for more topics, and like we're saying, next topic is going to be on sexual harassment. It's a very, very daunting topic if you think about it, so please tune in.
Next time, hopefully, we'll go live a little earlier. There's a few issues that we had to sort out, so unfortunately, you know, because it's the first time we're going live as well. So
this is our third installment, of Different Strokes MNZ Family Matters. So please, once again, keep your eyes peeled for more topics, for more videos. Subscribe, press the notification button or bell rather, and click thumbs up.
okay, don't forget to give out the various.
Yes, my husband is going to do that today.
Oh,
Thank
am
you
I?
very much.
Wow.
Yes.
God, I don't know if I can read. So for Instagram, it's different.strokes.mnz. Okay. Well, it's better if they don't see me; they just hear me. So I'll say that again. Instagram, different.strokes.mnz. Twitter is @MNZstrokes, and Facebook is diff, so DIFF strokes MNZ. So this time we went live on her Facebook page. Just give us a bit of time, so we'll do it on our page. So please come and ask, you know, for the friendship on Facebook here, so we can go live directly from here, and so we have everything under hand. So if there's any questions that come in or whatever, you know, we're quick to catch it.
Absolutely.
Okay, so as I said, hopefully next time a little earlier. We'll probably put out a notification on Facebook saying that we'll be going online within roughly this time frame, you know, and we'll try and keep it to 1 day a week. We'll figure it out. Just please bear with us, okay?
Yeah.
That's what I ask.
Please.
Thanks very
Continue
much.
to support us.
Exactly.
Thank you very much for joining us for this episode. And next time around, we're hoping that we'll be having more subscribers.
Exactly.
No pressure.
Well, yes, there is, but you know.
It would be nice. So we thank you very much, and once again, self-love. That's what we keep preaching. Self-love.
I forgot the most important. On YouTube, please check out Different Strokes Family Matters.
Different Strokes MNZ Family Matters.
Well, it will find it anyway.
Okay. There we go.
And then please subscribe, as you said. Okay.
Thank you.
Have yourself a great evening, guys.
Cheers.
Bye. Ta-ra.